I see that that's kind of what you're trying to replicate as well through your brand, and helping people out where you can. So can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so what I'd like to do, so the long-term goal for the Friendly Farang brand, as it were, is, and this is quite a big idea I've spoken to you about before, but I'd love to get a Friendly Farang visa in which you are coming to the country purely for volunteer or some sort of local community building project. So we have people coming in purely for something good, you know? So there's not this influx of people who are coming here to party and drink, which you're entitled to do, I get that. But the constant videos of people arguing in the streets with Thai people, being excessively drunk, is just, it gives everyone a bad name who's coming into the country, but also you're wasting your time in a country that is so amazing. The culture, the food, the people, the weather, everything is incredible. So if you want to go somewhere to drink, you can do that here, but I think you are honestly wasting your time because there is so many things you could do here that it's just incredible, absolutely incredible. So so the narrative change is purely because, one, I think people deserve to see more of Thailand. You know, they pay all that money to come here and then we'll drink in a little area, explore, talk to people. They're so inviting and so friendly that, you know, you not use it, but explore and I've got on a bit of a tangent there, sorry, but I think people are missing out on so many amazing opportunities that they overlook that when they come here, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And so let's say you have this visa, right? So how would it work if I'm a foreigner coming here, and I wanted to get on the Friendly Farang visa?
So the dream is that it would be a 6 month to a year visa, and you could do the 6 months, and if behaved well, there's some sort of not reward for being good, because you should be respectful anyway, but at the moment we're highlighting the bad, and I think it'd be nice if we could highlight the good, the people that are coming here to build schools, to build a community, to help the local people. And there is many people out there that would want to do that, but the problem is with social media, it is the aggressive drunks that are being highlighted, and sort of that you then put everyone into that basket. Everyone from England's coming here to do that, and I don't want to be labelled that, but also I think we can change it, and other people, if you start seeing what you could do here, I think then you wouldn't be coming here to drink, you would be doing other stuff, because it's just so much worthwhile.
And what do you think are maybe some of the most important areas that need to be helped in Thai culture, or what would be a good example of something that someone could volunteer and do?
I'd like to work with. So when I came to Bangkok last time, I went for an orphanage, I went to a dog shelter, and I went to the equivalent of an old people's home, and just spent time with them. And I think spending time is one thing, but there'll be some people who have maybe a little bit of spare money, or money that they want to put into a passion project, and not everyone wants the nice cars and the big houses. Some people, like myself, want to put that money into other people's futures, because I was lucky, I've been very lucky, born in England, I've had a very, very good life. You know, I'm very lucky in that respect. And when you come here, and I just think the opportunities I've had, if I could just share that with some of these people, they would go so far, and that means more to me than anything. So I think schools, any sort of animal shelters, any sort of old people's home, the elderly homes, and any charities, local charities, but it's the local elements, the smaller ones that aren't getting as much coverage, say, they're the ones I'd like to target. I'd like to work with the Thai government and get all these little local charities that are, I think it's grassroots, and get some money to them from people that want to come and help. Because there is people out there that want to do this, they just need to be shown that this is how you do it and this is what you do, you know?
That's very true. I think sometimes people need a bit of a structure. They have this want to give, or this want to give back or share their talents, but they don't really know. So I think that you wanting to set up something that's a little bit more structured is definitely a really good idea.
Yeah. So then you could do a 3 month, a 6 month, and a year, and your return on said visa is dependent on you behaving, working with the community. You know, maybe the government gets the feedback off the people you're working with. You know, are they doing the work, or are they sneaking off to go out every night and drink, you know? Because that's not what it's for. It is for those people that want to help. And in turn, hopefully, social media then highlights these people, because then you see different side of Thailand as well. because a lot of people will see English people drinking or other people drinking, it's not just us, heavily on the streets, and then they say, oh, that's just club. There's just nightclubs everywhere. But they're not seeing the mountains, the waterfall, the elephant, the temples, you know?
Yeah.
And it's that I think needs to be highlighted more than cheap beer and booze, yeah.
Yes. I gotta say, I think from Australia we had the same perception a lot of the time. Like, you know, people that go into Thailand, that's kind of what they're doing.
Yeah.
But actually, the more people I've known getting into the culture, particularly through Muay Thai, I think maybe people have an interest through just wanting to have discipline and learn self-defense, and then they end up really getting into Muay Thai, and then they kind of discover the culture through that lens.
Yeah, very true. Really nice. I think what it is as well with Muay Thai, it's a great example of Thai people, because you will see the Muay Thai fighters, they will do maybe, or the trainers, they've trained people for 12 hours, they'll then go work a job, go and fight, and then return to training the next day, and they're not going to complain about it. So if you come and do Muay Thai, you get a real insight into the resilience of Thai people, and they'll do it with a smile as well. You know, it's that, I can smile, but they could, if they needed to, knock you out. You know, there's this controlled element to them, which is just amazing. It really is.